PAARL GIM hosting this game, so how they're going to go about it. The away team, Herschel Jantjies, comes in at scrum off. Played Craven Week last year. We've seen him. What can we expect from the player like that?
Yeah, definitely. The two teams has got great coaching staffs behind them. And then, of course, Herschel Jantjies got the experience, and we know the pivot, scrum off, fly off, and that's where PAARL ROOS is very good.
Well, the teams coming into today's clash, PAARL ROOS, they'll look to their pack, been spearheaded by Michael Mayer at number 8, the captain, and look out for the juggernaut in Jacques van Zyl. He's a live wire hooker, as Gubani and Gary touched on. Herschel Jantjies, the diminutive scrum off, but he'll keep that PAARL GIM pack busy the whole afternoon. Well, the host PAARL Gymnasium, Gavin van der Berg, the Lucid Prop, who represented Western Province in the Craven Week last year. He's a man to watch out for. And of course, they'll be skippered by Zandre de Kooka.
Zandre de Kooka looking for the captain. PAARL GIM pick and go is from Liche. Trying to maintain the pick and go, turnover ball. Lost in contact there by PAARL GIM. Turnover ball, dangerous position to lose the ball for PAARL GIM. Fontaine looking to step, looking to carry the ball. He's 5 meters away. Ball protection, key element. Jantjies popping the pass to Mayer. Mayer with an offload. Gallo! Great skill shown by the young pupils from PAARL ROOS, and Matt Gallo gets the first try of this traditional team, traditional rivalries. PAARL ROOS up against PAARL GIM.
Well, the turnover came in by the hard-working number 7 flanker, Dean van Tonder. Then Reinhold Fontaine decided to take PAARL GIM on. The ball get it out the side. Herschel Jantjies did also well. Got his pass away to the captain Mayer, who freed up Matt Gallo. This was the chat from Christoph Lotte at halftime to his charges.
To the back of the line, PAARL ROOS feinter, given to his centre. Matt Gallo over advantage line. Jantjies. Fontaine, Capita takes it on the trip. Capita takes it on the trip, doesn't look for the inside. Nicolai in it. Who's that? Oh, was it in the touch? Let's play on. PAARL ROOS with the second, the right winger. And Dean van Tonder.
Brilliant work by PAARL ROOS. The drift pass found its way to Aidan Cupido. He popped it inside.
8-9 goes to Kooka and looks up for the space. Does he get the momentum? Yes, under the poles, the captain leads his side. Reaction, opportunity taken by the captain. Zandre de Kooka leads it from the front. 8-9, opportunity, scores the try. PAARL GIM on board, 5 points.
But it all started from the base. They got the right shoulder. Great work by the captain. His control of the ball under the arm was superb.
Continuity coming in now for PAARL GIM inside the 22. They make the yards. Van der Berg keeps the ball, fights strong in the tackle. Kooka. Oh, lost in the contact there by McDonald. And it's a penalty in front of the poles for offside. And it's over. Smith, 5 points for him with the conversion, and the penalty now makes it 10 points to PAARL GIM. Now, ball is slow. Looking to plays. Scrum off, starting scrum off, Jantjies on the wing. Penalty against PAARL GIM, the home side. And yes, it's over. 16 points to 10. PAARL ROOS lead. But we've seen other things happen in a rugby game. 2 minutes to go. And we're done here. I'm actually with the losing captain, Zandre de Kooka. Can you just take us in your reflection on that game?
Ja, vandag was 'n nat game. Ek meen, is altyd hard in die nat weer. Dit kan enige kant toe gaan. So ons manne het nou nie deurgedruk vandag. Ek dink ons knou 'n bietjie onder ons beserings, maar ek wil vir PAARL ROOS sê dankie manne dat julle gekom het. Hulle het van ver gekom. elke jaar 'n harde stryd tussen hulle.
Yeah, it's been a long time and we've been working hard throughout the week. We knew it's going to be tough, especially with the wet weather. But I'm very proud of my boys and I just want to thank our Heavenly Father for giving us this great opportunity, and I'm very proud of my boys for pulling it through today.
What I'll take out of the PAARL ROOS games the most, again, was the friendships that I made. You know, I'm the same year as two guys, one being Bram Immelman, who eventually played for Western Province and the Sharks and abroad, and the other being Skalk Brits, with whom I also played a lot of rugby, and you know, and we're very good friends to this day. So, you know, even though rugby is seen as this manly game, you know, you try and play it as hard as possible. I think the beauty about rugby is that you walk off the field and it's gentlemen playing the game. You can play it hard, but you walk off and you still respect the opposition. And I certainly did that with them. And for me, you know, that's what rugby is about. It's more than just the game. It's everything else that it adds to your life. And I certainly enjoyed that a lot.
We're here at Marcotta in Stellenbosch for a mighty game between the hosts, the PAARL ROOS Gymnasium, against the visitors from PAARL Gymnasium.
Well, this will be a humdinger. Mutual Federal Premier Schools derby between PAARL ROOS and PAARL Gim.
Now chance for Rolf Burger to carry for the home side. Gives away the penalty, the second penalty of the match, and it goes to the same recipient as the first. And PAARL GIM with a chance to gain territory up the near side.
Not releasing the ball at ruck time.
The strike is a good one. He's got the distance, that's for sure. And he has the direction. That's an excellent kick. And PAARL GIM are the first on the board here. They lead 3 points to 0 after 10 minutes. Van Heerden digs in there. Willemse, he has a go himself. Caught just short. Van Heerden again. Bart, can he reach over? Yes, he can. What a reply from the home side. The old boys and the scholars here erupt. Christoph Bart gets in for the first try of the match. Forwards take it up a precious metre or so. Willemse with a dummy run. And now he's caught and the ball is loose, and a chance for PAARL GIM to counter through Johan Visser. They've got a bit of space for Wessels. Off he goes. Can he go all the way? This is a lovely run from Wessels to Telwitzer. Gets in. Under the sticks. It was turnover ball and they were made to pay. What a wonderful try from PAARL GIM.
Well, good play from PAARL GIM. From the turnover, spread it straight away. Nordia Wessels hanging onto the ball, cracking on the pace, but simple textbook rugby, perfectly positioned Telwitzer, who finishes off.
Johan Grobler feeds the skipper, and Van Rijn takes, and now they will try and maul all the way. Can PAARL ROOS keep them out? They have momentum now. There's the collapsed maul, so they have a penalty advantage as they dive for the line and score. A snappy pass it was from Zach Burger. It looks like it might be the fly half Vian van Zyl who's got in. Indeed it is, and that is a big score for PAARL GIM. Well, they have the scrum now, and they've got another opportunity. Van Zyl on the switch. Can they get in? Yes, they do, through Charles de Toy. That must be it, surely. They sense it, they believe it. They've come to Marcotta, and they may have won.
That was Vian van Zyl. He held on, and created the space for his teammate, Charles de Toy.
The carry once more from PAARL ROOS. They held up short. Gee, the defense of PAARL GIM has been outstanding. Here they go again. Can they get in? No, they're trying every runner possible at PAARL ROOS. Players want it. Referee can't see it. He's called time. He's going to the touch judge. The assistant referee. Try given. Wow. So PAARL ROOS still have a sniff. They had to score then, and they have done.
Good timing, good carry of the ball. Ball retention is really important
Willemse wants it. He gets it. He's going all the way. No, manful defense from PAARL GIM. Holds them out once again, trying to go over the top. They have been outstanding in the second half, have the visitors, but they will not hold them out forever. And a last-ditch score for Paul Roos. They aren't going to waste their time to convert this Rolfberger try. Nail-biting stuff at the end of this Mutual and Federal Premier Inter-Schools derby. Paul Roos unbeaten. There's Berger. He thumps it into the crowd. The crowd erupts. That is it. What a finish. A nail-biter. It didn't seem as if it was going to be as an exciting conclusion as this.
Premier Inter-Schools derby. What an unbelievable fashion. 23 points to 21 by PAARL Gymnasium.
So I think it definitely prepared me well for my life after rugby or going forward in my career. But yeah, I think it's just a great privilege, and the children must just enjoy it and give it their best shot.
Last time I played against him was 2010 in Matric. It was a tough game. We went down, I think, 27-3 at half-time, came back, lost the game towards the end. So it was a tough game. Gim has always been a tough game through my whole school career, and they're always up for Paul Roos and vice versa.
The big match today is the local team up against PAARL Roos. PAARL Gymnasium founded in 1858. PAARL Roos captained by Damian Willemse. One change from their team last week with Martin Lowe coming in for Cameron Dawson at loosehead prop. This team of PAARL Gymnasium have a very solid pack of forwards, especially Adrian Ludik and Sion de Toy, two aggressive players, and Zach Berger captains the side, who have a real speedster in Muller du Plessis on the left wing.
Another opportunity close to that PAARL Roos try line.
Daniel Steinman is the opposition hooker today. You could see a big tussle between him and Sion de Toy. Now he has another chance. Can they carry this up enough to get over the line? They lost their structure there, did PAARL Gymnasium. But they've still got an opportunity. They've got some big men here. Ludik is one of the carriers, but they haven't needed it because Zach Berger has slipped through the gap.
What a start for PAARL Gymnasium. Zach Berger, the captain, has broken the shackles early on, sniped around, and easy as you like over for the opening 5-pointer.
Spoke about their line-out work, PAARL Gym, but certainly their defence has worked. But now suddenly it changes. First tackle missed there on Henry de Toy. Quick delivery from the breakdown point is not forthcoming. That ball being held up at the moment.
Leave it!
Now, can they find a way through here? Quick passing. Johnson comes back. It's a lovely little offload from him. And Bruce Kutsia has got in. Well, they've had to work really hard for that try.
PAARL Roos have hit back via their number 8 and talisman, Bruce Kutsia, after a telling break from the open side flanker in Du Toit. It was Kutsia who rounded off the movement.
Such a good pack of forwards that PAARL Gym have. First chance here for Vian van Niekerk. Done well. Got through the first tackle. Can he sidestep? Has he got the power? This time, great defensive work initially from PAARL Roos. Now the question is, has the try been scored? Because they're over the line.
Hy was gehou,
yes,
maar toe kon hy hom manage om op die grond te druk.
100%, so ek gaan nu 3 toegeken. 100%. Time on!
Well, good officiating as the try is awarded to Khamis, but it was the initial break by the inside centre, Vian van Niekerk. Poor defensive effort by PAARL Roos. He shrugged off numerous willing defenders, and then once it went to ground, it was the pop-up by Berger to a worthy recipient in the form of Andre Boyson.
Pick up, catch and go from Kutsia. Desperate to score a try. Is it going to come? Well, the hand is up. And PAARL Roos eventually have broken their drought. The first score of the second half.
Wonderful work down the blind side by Tian Kutsia. He had the presence of mind to put on the outstretched arm.
Oh, that's great passing. Here comes a real chance. This man's quick. Muller race at number 8. There's a real chance here for Zach Berger. And he's got over the line. Brilliant play that from PAARL Gym. The speedy Mulleris, who's so quick when he's such a big fellow, just opened up the gap.
And he split the Paul Roos defence, did Mulleris. Popped it up to captain, fantastic, number 9, Zach Burger, who's had a brilliant afternoon.
Nice tightly formed there. Would be useful if they just bring a few of the backs in too and just carry this up and get it over the line if at all possible. That's how close they are.
Advantage.
No penalty advantage to Paul Roos. Can they get the try? Yeah, I think they have. It's a day for the scrum halves. Tian Kutsia with his second try. 2 tries to him, 2 to his opposite number, Zach Burger.
Kutsia snuffed it out and has brought his side back into this clash.
Oh, big Raymond Nell.
Get away 18! Get away 18! New advantage.
So a second advantage to Paul Gim. They don't need it at the moment, and they're not going to need it because Mulleris has scored a great try. And you couldn't ask for a more worthy recipient. He's done so much work today. He set up the previous try, and now has got one himself. A high tackle this time here from Paul Gim. So the long pass now for Topley. Here he comes. Aidan Topley has got the try, but it's not going to win them the game.
Well, too little, too late for the replacement, Aidan Topley.
Full time in PAARL. PAARL Gymnasium 28, Paul Roos Gymnasium 24.
I really think Paul Roos has been really well coached over the last 5-10 years. We've got the most Springboks, you know, so definitely, you know, it's one of the best places to go if you really want to make it in rugby. And also, there's a lot of opportunities to be seen, you know, because Paul Roos plays a lot of games on the TV.
Premier Interschools Rugby in a hot afternoon here in beautiful Stellenbosch. It's a big one. It's the hosts, Paul Roos Gymnasium, up against their near neighbours from PAARL, PAARL GIM.
Good afternoon, Brett. Certainly good to be out here. Look at the PAARL GIM team, highly rated. Well, nothing's changed. The massive pack of forwards you got to look out for. Adrian Ludick and also Muller Duplessis. Played in the Craven Week team last year for Western Province. Talented, he was at wing, this time at fullback. A PAARL Roos Gymnasium team that's going to be under the pump. Probably the underdogs, even though they're at home coming into this game. But it should be a good contest all round and a fantastic game of rugby.
Geldenhuys. The drive on now by PAARL GIM as this game starts to lift in tempo. Bierkus thumps down that far touchdown. Van der Westhuizen. Louis inside him. He's got a bit of speed and he's got support outside him. Here's Mostert. He goes in field. Gerardo Yars! It's the chase for the posts! And the scrum off is in!
A fantastic play from the back three as it's carried back by Louis. And again, Mostert looks on the inside like any good scrum off yours, following up too quick and too fast for Henko Martins and Paul Roos. Yeah, that's true. And look, it's probably these guys probably playing under coach's orders, but they've got such a strong pack, so they're going to try back them more. But this time they don't have to go around.
And they get reward. Yeah. There is the try from Rousseau.
Was perfect, right at the back of the line out. Good lob, turned around. And the great offload over the top from Henko Martins. Chris Rousseau, the little step on the inside. Again, they'll try this. Paul Roos will try sack this immediately.
Ludick takes.
Oh, it's too late now.
They'll go with the drive once again. It's controlled. It's patient. It's inexorable. Is it inevitable? Oh, it's moments away. There's the score. Given that is 2 superb drives down that far touchline that have resulted in PAARL GIM going in front for the first time in the afternoon.
Yeah, and the PAARL GIM pack roll their sleeves up. They take control of this game. They're struggling to run, get around.
Well, they go into full voice now, do they, as they start to sense something. 10 points to 7. Ruben Scholz's first kick at goal was poorly mistimed. These 2 points could be vital at this stage of the match. Marcotta is silent. Not anymore. The flags go up as Paarl Gim open up a 5-point lead.
Crouch.
Down. Big moment.
Bind. Set. Okay,
Gerardo
keep it up,
Yards
keep
to
it up.
feed a reduced scrum. The pressure immediately on it, but they've done well. They've got it out quickly. Mostert has a go. Pass away, and in is Venter. A brilliantly worked score for Paul Roos. Venter has drawn the scores level. That was superb from Paul Roos.
What an offload. Was that Johan Mostert, the Big Ten? And Venter, a hot line through the middle. You weren't going to stop him from that position. As Mostert took the ball, and this is the offload, the magic of the offload. Ball above the tackle, one hand, well set, straight through the line, under the sticks, and the conversion to come. Paul Roos retake the lead in the dying minutes of this game.
Still advantage being played to Paarl Gim. Corner ace, thumped to the ground. And the penalty will come, and it's a penalty straight in front that will put Paarl Gim back in the lead.
Surely they will go take the points here.
Op die 5, on the 5. Paarl.
I think the coach has already run on with a kicking tee.
Well, it's good fight back from Paarl Gim. It was a good line break from Murray. So offside, this was advantage being played, but this was all started by Francois Murray, the big wing who came through the middle.
Okay, get him ready, please. Guys, Paul Roos, on the 5. On the 5.
It's a very simple kick for Ruben Scholz, but it is a pressure-packed kick, as those faces will tell you. Straight in front, inside the 22, to put Paarl Gim in front. Chips it coolly and calmly through the middle. And the men in the green blazers are in full voice once again. It's a 1-point game. 6 pressure-packed minutes remain. Is there another opportunity for this lead to change hands once more? As Mostert, the impressive fly half, restarts. No one claims it for Paarl Gim. Away comes Niemand for the corner! And in! Nobody claimed it!
Time off. Okay. Time off. Let's break away.
Well, the referee hasn't made a call.
From where I got, he ended up grounding.
This is a big decision.
They're going to give it.
Give in, give in! Try give in, Paul Roos back in front. Nobody claimed the kickoff, Shinny.
Yeah, the problem there, you saw Adrian Ludic, the sun is actually, as that ball comes up, they start covering the eyes. So the ball getting lost there in the sun, and Niemand claims it. He says, I'll take it. And what a finish we have here. He cannot see the ball.
15.
Paul Roos, thank you very much. And it's given.
Yeah, and it's grounded. It's a try. Can they snatch victory at the last moment here, Paarl Gim? Their line-out has been very pure all afternoon. There's Ludic again. Here will come the maul again. That's the try line left of picture. Paarl Gim making inevitable progress towards that line. Holding up just short. Peeling around. Can they get over? Well, it's a key. It's given! It's given! In injury time, Paarl Gim are over and are in front and have won it. And what a game of Premier Interschools rugby we've seen here at Marcotta. Paarl Gim have prevailed in the end by just a single point. A lot of credit must go to Paul Roos.
Hoe het julle geweet julle gaan hom deurtrek op die einde? Het julle dit geglo?
Ja, ons het maar so 'n ding wat ons noem Gimme Guts en dit het vandag deurgekom.
Is dit dalk van kom ons wies af?
Ja, dit kom van daai tyd af. Dit kom al lank.
Maar baie geluk met julle wedstryd. Dit was so hitte geweest.
Ja, baie dankie Breiten. Dit was 'n harde game geweest. Weet vir die manne die eer gee, het hard gewerk en tot by einde geveg en karakter gewys.
Julle het baie balbesit gehad in die eerste helfte, maar julle kon dit net nie gebruik nie want weet PAARL het julle so moeilik gemaak vir al die verdediging.
PAARL se verdediging was baie goed geweest. Ons moet vir hulle gee, maar ek moet sê die ouens het tweede helfte teruggekom en bietjie geluister by coach Pieter het ons baie gehelp en ja, het gewerk op die tweede helfte.
JD, can you recall any of your games against PAARL?
Yes, most definitely, especially when I played my last year. I had quite a good year, and it's always a big rivalry against them. So yeah, no, it was a great atmosphere, and it's always great playing for your first team and representing them.
This is PAARL Gymnasium that we are looking at. They have delivered us some Springboks to remember. The most recent being Andre Pollard and Louis Schroeder. But let's remember, of course, the Vet Berry, Marius Hubert, Jean de Villiers and Skalkberger, who performed recently for the Green and Gold products of PAARL Gym. They have produced numerous books down the years, as have PAARL ROOS, of course, who have produced the most Springboks in the history of the land of any school. That number stands at 52, the most recent being Steven Kitsoff. And watch out, of course, for Damien Willemse, who is very likely to be donning our nation's highest honor very soon. And now we are taking a look through the starting lineup of PAARL ROOS. Watch out for a number of these players. JJ Kotzer is the very nucleus of this PAARL ROOS side. He gets them all the go-forward ball as their number 2. He is captain as well. He is in the elite player development squad this year as he was last year. And in the back line they have Cade Volita, a man who was at Grant Como just last year. That is the under-16 equivalent of the Craven Week. He has converted 54 tries already this season. And now we are taking a look at the PAARL Gym lineup. They have a couple of representatives that featured in the Grand Coma last year, Delaray Nell and Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and the main man is their number 12 and captain, who also featured at the Craven Week. Very difficult side to make the Western Province side, and that is David Kellerman in the number 12 jersey. He is also in the elite player development squad.
Well, sorry, it was actually from Ming Sharning for PAARL ROOS.
To the back, PAARL Gym go, well taken by Mark Etzebeth, and they are rolling forward with this ball. Can they keep the momentum to the left? No, they shift to the right, and it collapses right in front. Delaray Nell, he has a second go, over the line, right time, PAARL Gym.
Started the game off nicely with his drop-off. Is the conversion of this try from Delaray Nell. Brilliant work from the PAARL Gym forwards. Give it another go to get it over. Over it went.
Jacobs came off his wing, tackled the big man to stop the momentum. PAARL ROOS continue onwards.
No, let it go! Not the second time.
The referee made everything very clear there, Mr.
Not the second time.
This is Cade Volita.
Gretig nie, vat die 3 punte. Ons begin weer bou uit ons eie helfte. Volita.
Easy kick for Cade Volita.
This half in their own half and closer to their own 22-meter line, to be honest. And an advantage being played to PAARL Gym.
Yeah, much better attack from PAARL Gym, a lot more intensity at the breakdown, not allowing PAARL ROOS to get their hands on the ball.
Features on display here today have been the defensive both sides. Really has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it has been outstanding.
Lifts the flags once more and puts 7 points between the two sides. 10 points to 3. Regan van der Vesthuizen from finding a pass to the outside. Offsides against PAARL Gym this time. Penalty dead center in the field to PAARL ROOS.
Yeah, he didn't have too much ball, has Johan Mostert.
Van PAARL ROOS, hulle sê hulle wil hom deur die mikke hê.
Volita obliges. The PAARL ROOS boys are happy. Score is 10 points to 6. With ball in hand, and he finds his man Mikado Dupree in the line out, rising high. PAARL ROOS try to set the maul, but PAARL Gym have dismantled the first line. However, they do manage to keep the maul on its feet. Do they have control at the back? Same maul, and now they have numbers. The man has come around in a cynically offside position. PAARL ROOS powering towards the line. Over they go, Jared Cairns.
Paul Roos. Yeah, just the way Paul Roos would have wanted to start the second half. Yeah, it's been incredible this game. Has it been a big scoring game like we've seen from both these teams against other opposition they have been playing? Yeah, we've mentioned the defense has been good.
Paul Roos was het gezegd. De bal aan het karau. Ik weer voor de eerste keer dat in de voortouw in die krachtmeting. Geen moeite.
Voliter. A clean strike. The flags are raised. Paul Roos lead 13 points to 10. The man who came off the bench to replace Jean-Jacques Rousseau.
Release, Declan!
Clear call from the referee.
No release.
Not adhered to by Mink Schuring. Penalty to Paul Gim, who trailed by 3 points. Interesting to see which way they go with this decision. The flags are raised once more. We are level, 13 points apiece after 48 minutes.
Scoring opportunities.
This is their captain, JJ Kwatsa. Short ball to the front, very clever, but Henry Jacobs is marked up.
No hands!
What a pivotal tackle from Kevin Verleeren. For Paul Gim, the Paul Roos remain inches out from the Paul Gim line.
Stay on there.
Pick and go, so hard to see even. Working in the smallest of spaces.
Short.
Short is the call from referee Schwartz. Paul Roos are looking to muscle this over the line. The hand is up, it's try time in the corner. And Paul Roos will celebrate. A try on 55 minutes just about.
Been a lot of good play from the Paul Roos forwards this afternoon. A lot of their good stuff has come from their pack. Their scrum's been outstanding. And it is that man jarring. Doesn't he deserve that try? Great stuff from him.
12. Couldn't see the number on his back when he was running. I assumed it was a centre. Impressive stuff.
Yeah, by far, Cade Volhooters.
It goes again. Over it goes again. Cade Volhooters. An absolute sniper from the key. Catching back in is David Kellerman. Has not seen enough of him with ball in hand today, and this appears to be a turnover for Paul Roos once more. Brendan Fenter spreads it wide through the hands of Mostert, muscling up to the contact, and Remy Engelbrecht. He looks for space on the outside. Engelbrecht, he's around his man. He's got the pace. He's in the corner.
And the old boys are on the field. They're going crazy. He had the try line, open try line, and didn't he just do it really well? Remy Engelbrecht, what a try. One he'll remember. Wasn't much going on. Brushing off Jacobs, who's been outstanding for Paul Gymnasium. Probably the first tackle he's missed all afternoon.
Yes! Yes, it is! Once again, from the touchline, Cade Volhooters.
Yeah, I can't do anything wrong.
Sit! Paul Roos scrum has been dominant in the second half. It's shifting up front there, but Paul Gim have done well enough. No, they have not. It's come back for a third tight head. Unbelievable. But it's Dion Pretorius on the outside now. He puts up the ball. He's in for the try.
Yeah, and it's Tian Pretorius who does get the try. Unfortunately, this scoreline isn't going to reflect how close this game has been.
Number of tacklers, but eventually he is bundled into touch. And that is the final whistle on this Premier Inter-Schools clash, the 4th of 2018, which has seen Paul Roos overcome a 3-year hoodoo to finally beat Paul Gim.
But I mean, always special, a massive schoolboy derby, and I mean, it's amazing to run out on New Orleans for the Stormers, but it's also special to run out for your school in a different way almost. To run out in front of a whole school that and the guys that you see every day, and the guys you're around every day as well.
Paul Roos Roos is 153 years old and Paarl Gim is 161. And this year, as so often is the case, these are two of the best schoolboy teams in the country. Also keep your eyes out for Stravino Jacobs of PAARL GIM. He was SA Schools last year, he played first team, he played Craven Week.
Paul Roos' side who's just come back from that World Tournament, as you said, Paul, looking really strong. Look out for Kate Volhuter, who has been fantastic for them last year, and I'm sure he's been doing the same for them this year.
Bobby Alexander off to Jandre Burger. And it's Reynard Kroos taking it in. Alexander, numbers running out for PAARL GIM on that side, but they still go that way. Jandre Burger out to Ethan James with a fantastic pass, and Burger's there on the inside again. Jandre Burger sends it out to Gertza, and Gertza is going in under the bar.
Look at the number 7, Pierre Siebert, doing good work on the ground. Great pass by Ethan James. The try scorer, Gertza, finds his fly half, Jandre Burger, and Burger finds him back again. Brilliant interplay by the backline to finish off some hard work by the forwards.
And Paul Roos on the attack again. It's Botha out to Kate Volhuter. Look at him go. He is deceptive. And what a ball that is to Burger. Luke Burger beats his man. Burger still going within a couple of meters of the line now. Quick ball needed. The pop to the outside comes from Andre Smith, and is Kate Volhuter in the corner.
But look at Luke Burger breaking through the tackles. It was brilliant play by the backline. Volhuter, the center of that play, he comes blind and finds space.
Craven Week last year, his future is shining bright, and a star, of course, at the Sanix Festival, which they won. With the support of the crowd, calling get in the hole, Kate Volhuter nails it. That aspect of the match, having to evade the Calvin Lewis, the late replacement, big hits. It's a hefty old kick. It's close to the halfway line for Kate Volhuter on a serious angle as well. That strike is clean. Is it going over? What a kick that is from Kate Volhuter. Huge advantage. That line out is another brilliant one, and it's tapped down off the top by Marco van Rijn. What a ball. That's away to Stefan du Toit, who keeps his feet. Stefan du Toit is going to score an absolute screamer of a try.
What an offload coming from Van Rijn. But look at the strength, just a little too easy. Gliding through tackles. Brilliant finish by Stefan du Toit all the way from the halfway line. Straight from a set phase.
This should be a formality for Jandre Burger. Burger lines it up, kicks it high, and it is over. Almost chopped down was Lonel. Bobby Alexander, Jandre Burger, Ethan James, and that's Swanepoel outside to Gertza. Gertza's around his man, and now he's cutting in. He's got something on his mind here, Gertza.
Wow.
Gertza's gonna step. He's going all the way as though he's Peter Rousseau himself. What a phenomenal try for PAARL GIM.
Kerwin Gertza take a bow. They just keep their ball going. They pass it down the line. They love swinging it around. But look at this man. He knows how to attack space, change of direction. He looks like a Rolls Royce. There's no stopping him. It's too easy.
Huge hit there from Pierre Siebert. People are lining him up for hits, but he returns the favor every time. And here's the replacement, Arno Hiernop. While he was starting at flank, he moved to lock. Kate Volhuter. Oh, that ball is a beauty to Ronan Daniels. Ronan Daniels now he just needs to unleash his man on the outside. This is turning into a real cracker of a match. It's Luke Burger for Paul Roos.
There is a roar at this stadium. Brilliant work coming in from Ronan Daniels. How he got that pass out to Luke Burger. I don't know. Jandre Berger, he puts it up and he puts it over. And that is the halftime whistle. They're bearing down now and there's an advantage being played. Bear in mind they're playing with 14 players still, PAARL GIM. And they are dominating this defensive line of Paul ROOS. Penalty given. No problems for Berger. The glorious Drakenstein mountain ranges in the background, and there are the supporters. And the captain keeps things moving forward. Bobby Alexander, Jandre Berger, now they're moving it to the left. Stravino Jacobs. Jacobs cutting to the inside. Stravino Jacobs! Remember the name! Stravino Jacobs. The crowd is on their feet, and rightfully so. The danger man has finally got his hands on the ball with some space.
Can I get some power?
And there's no stopping him. What a try. And it comes from Delaray now, fighting for it and still getting the ball back, PAARL GIM, even when they get it slightly scrappily. Stefan du Toit. Spread from the base by Bradley Davids. They are bearing down on the line here. Wide it goes, Stravino Jacobs with the hands, and it's Tian Swanepoel on the outside. It's a rout here in Stellenbosch. Oh, look at that one. Oh, yeah. That is an outstanding kick from Jandre Berger, who continues to display his skills today. And the final whistle is blown here in the Winelands Derby. Charging onto the field are the jubilant PAARL GIM scholars. Fly of the Drakenstein Mountains in the background. This is the Marcotte field of Paul ROOS, where they have just been trounced by their Winelands rivals.
Dit is 'n baie lekker gevoel vir ons almal. Ek dink om ons graadgroep self wat nog nooit gewen het teen PAARL ROOS van onder 14 af. Dis regtig 'n great gevoel om hier te kom wen met al die old boys wat hier is en die skop wat ons kom ondersteun. Dis 'n great gevoel.
Yeah, it's not the result we wanted. Give it to them. They came out today with all they had. Boys just disappointed on the field, made silly mistakes.
Dit voel baie goed om vir PAARL ROOS te wen. Ons het die hele week gefokus op die proses en ons het geweet as ons PAARL ROOS se momentum gaan stop, gaan ons die game definitief deurtrek. So ek het net seker gemaak om vinnige bal vir my buitespelers te gee en ja, die punte het net van self gekom.